Hey everyone! So today I'm doing a video of my current spring setup for my Filofax. Right now I'm in a Filofax Saffiano Poppy Red in the personal size, and I have been out of ring planning for a while now. And I know a lot of people say that when you start using Midori's and Traveler's Notebooks and stuff like that, that you won't ever want to go back to ring planning, and that just wasn't the case for me. I found myself really missing it, and I especially missed making inserts and dividers and all that fun stuff. So the other day I just kind of started to fiddle around with it, and I just wanted to show you guys my current setup. So I actually have this pretty stuffed right now, as you can see, so let's just get into it. So if you guys have seen my past Filofax videos, you might think that my setup is exactly the same, and I can understand that it looks pretty similar, but everything behind this is different. Over here in my pen loop, which thankfully the Saffianos do have elasticated pen loops, I just have a Target dollar spot pen, which, let's be real, is just for show because they don't work that well. It's just there because I think it looks nice. I am constantly looking for an ink to put into it so it works better, because that's a really easy fix. So if you guys know ink that fits into the Target dollar spot pens, I'd really appreciate that. In this pocket right here, I'm not keeping anything because, like I said, it is getting a little bulky. So I just thought without putting something back here, it would just minimize the bulk a little bit. So up here, hanging from this little flap, I have a paper clip that I made. And then this is a little @ symbol paper clip from the Dollar Tree. I have a gift card with some washi tape, a piece of acetate that has some washi tape on it. Behind that, there's actually some post-it flags. And then right here, this is actually one of those little pads of paper that you get from Studio G that come on the mini clipboards, and you get them from Walmart or Michael's for like $1. And they fit perfectly into business card holders as little list pads. So if you want a little pad to jot stuff down, that's a really good way to do it. This is just a really cute one that has stars on it. This is just a little origami heart that I made, and I like it, so I have it pinned in here. This is still the same dashboard that I used before. I did make a dashboard for this, but I didn't like how it turned out. I am determined to not laminate any until I have a laminator, because doing it by hand is really hard. If you've never tried it, it's easy to mess up. It gets bubbles in it, so it's really frustrating to like have something made and you think it's gonna look good, but then, you know, it just messes up. So for now, I'm just using this as my dashboard until I get a laminator, and then I'll do something else. So this is the first time I've ever had any of my planners an if found card. So I just took this journaling card, I believe this is a Kaiser Craft card, and I stamped this giant amper stamp on with a stamp that I got from Michael's. Stamped the if found please call, put my name, my number, which is covered up obviously, and a little thank you. So hopefully I never leave my Filofax anywhere, but if I happen to, hopefully someone will be honest and will call me. Behind that I have this little business card holder, and this is actually from a day timer planner, and in there I just have a few things. I have my Target page flags, my highlighting tabs, and then these really little page flags that are also from Target. But the main change to my dividers is that, as you can see, I did not laminate them. So they're still really sturdy. I'm not worried about them getting bent up or anything like that. But like I said, until I get a proper laminating machine, I'm not going to bother with it right now. So as you can see, I have 4 tabs that I have made, and I just used the K & Company label maker to make my little labels. So the sticky on the stickers for these labels is really crappy, honestly. So what I did was I just used my heavy duty Elmer's glue, and I think it's like the extreme Elmer's glue, and that worked really good to stick those down. This first divider is my diary section / dates, whatever you want to call it. And behind here, obviously, I have all of my calendar stuff. So the first thing I have is my year on a glance, and this came with my Filofax. I just like a visual representation of kind of time passing to see where I am in the year. This is actually the dashboard that I created for this setup, and I didn't like it because it had a lot of bubbles in it and it just looked kind of junky. So it's just a piece of a Target file folder with a piece of scrapbooking paper glued together and laminated. It just didn't turn out that good. So I just popped it here, and I put some of my Target sticky notes on. Then I have my little calendar that I drew up. If you guys aren't familiar to my Filofax setups, I hate printing things and I just prefer to make my own things. It's just so much easier. It takes like a few minutes. And the color system that you see, I don't have it written down anywhere, but I know the colors. Like green's payday, pink is when I have appointments, like this is when I had to go pick up my glasses, stuff like that. Is my current like week, and as you can see, I haven't started yet because today is Saturday and I don't want to start in this till Monday. And I've decided, since the paper that I'm using is grid on this side and then lined on the other side, which that's just the paper, how the paper came from Walmart, I decided that I will use it as like a bullet journal on this side for the week, and then on the other week I can just put down like my goals for the week, a quote, whatever I want really. And so that's what I've done, and that way I don't get too overwhelmed with planning, because that was my problem before, was just like trying to fill up each box and I wasn't having very much fun with it. I'm really excited about this. I finally found my Filofax ruler. I've been missing this since like the first week I had this Filofax, but it's nice to have it back. Next is my spending section, and I really like this paper. I thought it worked nice in this planner because it kind of has that pop of color. And in my spending section, the first thing I have is this. This is a plastic folder that I got at Target after back to school on sale for like 10 cents last year. And I love picking these up because you can cut them down and put them in your traveler's notebooks. You can put them in here. You can make page lifters with them, or, you know, file leaves, whatever you want to call them. And for this one, I just kept it a pocket and I put a little washi tape down here to keep it secure. And in here, I just keep my coupons. I'm not a huge couponer, but when I get the coupons from the store, usually from Target, I will keep them in here just so I remember to use them. So this is my bill tracker, which I have not started to use. I showed this last year and I didn't use it this year. I'm very much hoping to use it next year. This page is where I track my online orders. This is helpful because sometimes I order things from like Japan and China and Korea, and that stuff can take a really long time to get to you through like customs and stuff. And honestly, sometimes if it's like a small enough purchase, I would completely forget. So what day I made the order, what day I got the order, things like that. This is my wish list. If you guys seen my wish list before, this is very much pared down. I'm trying to stick to only buying things that I really, really want, rather than just like having like a ton of things that I want. Because at this point, especially with planning stuff, I have everything I need. Most of the things that I want are just things I would like to have, not necessarily have to have. This is my Dollar Tree wish list, which might sound weird. I watch a lot of Dollar Tree hauls, so when I'm watching those, I will write down things that people talk about in their hauls, and that way when I'm at the actual store, I can flip to this list and I can read through it and remember to actually look for the things, because sometimes I'll forget. And Dollar Tree is one of those stores, like, if you don't actively look for something specific, chances are you're not going to find it. That is all that I have in this spending section. Next is my social media section, and I really like the way this divider turned out. It just has one of these We Are Memory Keeper cards on it, and I really like this hexagon design, especially since there's little red hexagons, which works good with the Saffiano's color. So in here, I just track different things, and I like to have like little checklists. So the first page is my YouTube and my Instagram stats. It's just fun to track this and just look back and see, like, as time passes, when you got like certain subscribers and stuff like that. So I have hit 500 subscribers, so I'm really, really happy about that. I actually filmed and uploaded a 500 subscriber giveaway, but the video ended up being like really bad. Like the color was just off on it and I just was not happy with it, so I took it down, and I will be refilming that video shortly and putting it up, so look forward to that. And then I just have like video ideas for YouTube, ideas for my blog, which is constantly something that I'm trying to focus on, and then I'm trying to revamp my shop, so I'm just like writing down ideas that I want to do for my shop. And once my shop is opened, I will probably have another page in here that will have like orders and pricing and stuff like that, but for now I don't need that. So the last tab is my brain dump, and honestly right now this is not very full. I really thought that this was a good little piece of scrapbooking paper to use for a brain dump because it's just a bunch of words. So in here, The first thing I have is this, and it is a laminated to-do list. This actual list came from a Heidi Swapp embellishment set, so it's kind of a weird embellishment, but I pulled it out and I laminated it, and I left extra plastic on this side, so instead of like hole punching it and it being like this, it just kind of makes it flow out a little bit better, which I like. And the reason behind laminating it is that now I can use a vis-a-vis marker on it, or transparency marker / wet erase marker, and I can write on here and it won't smudge until I wet a paper towel. So now I just have to get one of those markers. This is something new that I actually thought of a while ago, and I just moved out of my Filofax, so I never got to implement it. But I had the idea for doing these little menu cards. So just picking out 4 or 5 meals for the week, writing them down on a card, and then putting on the back all the ingredients that I need. And theoretically, if I had like 4 or 5 or 6 of these, I could just keep them in rotation. And I don't think I would get too bored of the food, because you'd have like weeks in between before you'd have the same meals again. So I just thought that was like so convenient, much better than just like writing a list of things that I like to cook, because this way I have menus already planned out and I have the ingredients already written down, so I can just grab that and go to the store and use it, and I'm really excited to try that. The next thing that I have is just a list of snacks that I like to keep on hand, like a little bit healthier snacks. I hate making grocery lists. That's like my least favorite thing to do. It really is good to have a list written down just so I can give myself like an idea of things that I want to grab. So these are just things that I know I really like to eat and snack on throughout the week. And this is a list of restaurants locally. This is a list of upcoming events, things that happen where I live annually, and these are ones I either want to go to because I've never been, or I've been to and I want to go again. Unfortunately, where I live, not a lot happens, so there's like 4 things coming up in the next 6 months that I want to do, but it's still nice to keep a little list of that going. And this is another piece of that folder that I just cut down and I put a tab on it. And this kind of just acts as a divider to a section that doesn't really need a label, because it's just kind of like extra stuff for my Filofax. And I put a tab on it just so it would be easier to flip to it. First thing I have in here is another set of business card holders. I just haven't put anything in them yet. I have to go through my wallet and pull things out that I want to put in there. This is a zipper pouch, and this is also from a day timer planner. It's a little bit like warped, but that's fine. I keep a few things. I keep some planner monsters. Always have to have those. And I just kind of cut them down so they fit. I have my market dots, which I use in a few different places. And then I have these little smash tags that I'm trying to use up currently. Then I just have extra paper from here. I take some Target list pads and cut them down. If you have an A5, I don't think you have to do that. And anything smaller, you definitely have to cut them down. And then this is my favorite paper because it's the only paper I have that nothing bleeds through. And it is a fun bright color. And then I have some graph paper back here because I do like graph paper. Then I have a little flyleaf right here, and on here I just keep little sticky notes. This is lists of stuff that isn't food items that I need to pick up, and then this is stuff that I need to do in my planner. This is the top loading envelope that came with this planner, and in here I just have my prescription. So the last thing in here is this little page lifter, and this is also from the day timer planner that I have. And then lastly, the last thing back here is just the little pad of paper that comes with Filofax. So that is everything. Like I said, I haven't officially moved into this yet, but I did want to give you guys just a little sneak peek. You can for sure look forward to my 500 subscriber giveaway that is coming very, very soon. So don't forget to thumbs up this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!